BTS News Today. Seoul, South Korea today, June 10th, 2025, became one of the most moving and exhilarating moments in the history of BTS's journey. Two beloved members, Kim Namjoon, known by his stage name RM, and Kim Taehyung, affectionately called V, have officially completed their military service. However, it wasn't just the news that shocked the world. The reaction of two other BTS members, Jungkook and Park Jimin, brought millions of soldiers around the world to tears. In a video that is now viral and emotionally draining for anyone who watches it, the two are seen crying while congratulating RM and Taehyung. This emotional atmosphere was not simply because the two returned from the military, but because in every tear, there was a deep love, a long longing, and an unspoken sense of pride. Since morning, hashtags such as hashtag welcome back Namjoon, hashtag Taehyung is back, and hashtag Jungkook Jimin crying instantly topped the global Twitter trend. Thousands of messages, illustrations, and video montages flooded the internet, showing how close the bond between the members and the army is. The journey of conscription is not easy. For RM and Taehyung, it was a challenging time, where they had to leave the world of entertainment, stage life, as well as the members and fans who had become their families. RM, with his leadership spirit, and Taehyung with his calm and deep heart, carried out their duties with full responsibility. Even in the midst of a tough training schedule, the two still showed incredible dedication, and whenever their little news appeared in the media, the army immediately welcomed him with joy. But today is different. Today is the day when the story of that sacrifice reaches a new chapter. When the doors of the military camp opened and RM and Taehyung came out wearing their final uniforms, smiles and tears became one in the warm embrace of families, HYBE staff, and representatives of BTS members who are still on active duty and who are on leave. But the most touching moment was when Jungkook and Jimin appeared through a video call that aired live on the big screen of the military campus. Their voices trembled. Their eyes are wet. Before even saying a word, the watching army knew right away these were the tears they had been holding back. Jimin, in a low but soulful voice, was the first to speak. He congratulates RM and Taehyung on their return. He said that every night for the past 2 years, he always prayed that they would be healthy, that they would be strong, and that this day would come safely. He reveals how much he misses Taehyung's signature laugh, and how he always hears Namjoon's voice in his mind when facing difficulties. When Jimin said, "Hyung, you're finally back," his voice broke, and he couldn't help crying. Jimin wiped away his tears with trembling hands, trying to stay firm, but the look on his face couldn't hide the deep emotion he felt. Jungkook then caught up, and as always, BTS's Golden Magne is trying to stay strong. But unlike the appearance full of charisma on stage, this time the one who appeared was a younger brother who had been holding back longing for too long. Jungkook spoke in a low, pausing voice. He said that all this time he felt that a part of him was missing. He often looks up at the night sky and wishes time could go faster. But now, when that day comes, he feels so emotional, because this day is proof of strength, loyalty, and unchanging love. The two then sing a piece of the song they used to sing with RM and Taehyung before the breakup, Spring Day. With a voice hoarse from crying, the song sounded more touching than ever. And when the lyrical part, Bagashipta, I miss you, was sung, their voices broke, and even crying could not be contained. The soldiers, staff, and even media representatives in attendance bowed their heads, paying a silent tribute to the deep bond between the members. RM himself looks very moved. He doesn't talk much. In silence, he just stared at the screen, then nodded. But her tears said more than words. He stretched out his hand as if to hug them, then smiled broadly behind his tears. I'm back, my brother, he said briefly. Then he went on to state that now it's time for them to regroup and write the next chapter of BTS' story. Taehyung, who has been known to be calm and unpredictable, is actually the most emotional today. She hadn't stopped crying since hearing Jimin and Jungkook's voices. Her cry did not break out in screams, but flowed like rain that kept wetting her cheeks. He expressed his gratitude to the army and the members who have been waiting. He also said that he felt like returning home after a long, tiring journey. In a hoarse voice, Taeyong said, "I will never take our moments together for granted again. I'm home." The reaction from all over the world was amazing. In less than an hour, various international media carried this news on their main pages. CNN, BBC, and The Guardian called RM and Taeyong's return a landmark moment in global pop history. In Tokyo, a large LED in Shibuya displays the message, "Welcome back, RM and V." In Paris, fans gathered in front of the Eiffel Tower with large banners reading, "On vous attendait, we were waiting for you." In Jakarta, the army held a joint prayer in the city park as a form of gratitude for their safe return. Even the most important people in the world congratulated him. The South Korean president sent a direct letter to RM and Taeyong, appreciating their dedication as responsible citizens. The letter also praised BTS' positive influence in promoting Korean culture in the eyes of the world. Coldplay's Chris Martin posted a photo of himself with Taeyong and wrote, "The universe finally brings us back together." Behind all this splendor, the most touching remains the relationship between the members of BTS themselves. From the beginning, BTS was not just a music group, but a family. Their strength lies not in popularity alone, but in the love, trust, and sacrifice they give each other. And today, when two members return from military service and are greeted by two others on duty, the world is presented with the most sincere scene, a togetherness that cannot be destroyed by time, distance, or adversity. After the official event, HYB announced that RM and Taeyong would be undergoing a few weeks of recovery and transition. There will be no official activities just yet, but they plan to do a live broadcast together to greet the army and share stories about life in the military. Jungkook and Jimin are rumored to be taking a few days off to meet them in person, if possible. Many were looking forward to this moment. For BTS members who reunited after a long time, army around the world continue to upload messages of love, describing their great happiness. Many say that this is like welcoming back a family member home from the battlefield. And rightly so, not just because of the military, but because of the emotional struggles they've all endured over the past 2 years. Now, with the return of RM and Taeyong, and with Jungkook and Jimin still going strong on their assignments, hopes for a full BTS reunion are even more real. The year 2025 will be a historic year, not only because they return one by one, but because the world is again reminded of the power of true love and friendship. In the near future, Jin and J-Hope will also join in completing their service, and in the end, the 7 stars will shine together again, stronger than ever. Today, June 10th, 2025, will forever be remembered by the army as a day when tears did not mean sadness, but a symbol of the triumph of the heart. Today, Jungkook and Jimin show the world how true love and friendship cannot be stopped, not even by time. With wet eyes, the world welcomed RM and Taeyong back into the warm embrace they had been waiting for.